All right, Dylan. We are live. Hello.
Oh
Welcome
crap, we
in.
just went straight to live as I'm shoveling popcorn in my face.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Got your best side.
Best side.
Okay. Why, hello there, fans, folks, and humanoids. Yeah. I was not quite prepared for the instant.
So it makes it better.
I wasn't prepared? Okay. So, I guess I can go ahead and do the recap then, huh? Alright. Alright, so. Lana girl, what are you doing? Last we left our intrepid group of chaos. They had decided that one group of them was going to hang out with he's back.
Just in time.
It just no.
So one group had been hanging out with someone lovingly known as Kenny, and they all met together on an airship. There was a debacle. Silo went from happy, cheery-go-lucky to white, cold, and cruel. They had a gunman show up who threatened him,
Cruel.
and then Toilet enlarged himself and put a hole in the ship. That's where we're at.
That sums everything up.
Pretty much.
At least it was through the top and not the bottom.
Yeah, I guess. So, all of you, Clarabelle, stop. All of you in the mess hall can now see that Toilet is broken through kind of where the door area and through the deck of the ship.
I'm not fixing that. And I'm just gonna start walking away.
Yeah, I don't think my spoons will do anything either.
Snewer's over. Snewer's kind of like on the deck, like working around with the dock workers, and he just sees Toilet's head pop up. He's just like, "Fucking dumbass," and then just keeps working with the group.
Okay. Anybody else?
Silhouette just goes to their room quietly.
Okay.
You know that poses a good question. How many rooms is on this airship? Do we have like private rooms or all one giant barracks?
You don't have private rooms. You guys share rooms. So there are 2 people per room.
Okay.
So we're just gonna let Silhouette just go off to a room, and when
I mean,
he's a
we have the
different
guy's
vegetable
gun.
now.
I don't like radishes.
I don't either.
If I remember right, Park wasn't even in the hallway and didn't
I know
actually
you were eating my food.
eating.
Well, technically you were eating Mark's food, but now Mark has my food, so.
Yeah, the only 2 people that were like in the hallway for most of it was War and Rug.
Mark?
I was there too.
Most of it. Who showed up for the last bit? I think.
No, he was there for almost all of it.
It was me.
War
Me and
came
Rug.
in for the last
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it was Ward that came in the last bit. That's right.
Yes.
That's right. So.
Trying to remember what I was planning on doing last week. Because I had a reason I wanted to go up to the top deck, but I don't remember what it was.
You were gonna talk to me about something.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to remember what it was.
Is there a forge in this ship?
Oh God, no.
I figured I'd ask.
The ship would burn down very fast.
I was gonna say. light a forge
More
with-
like you can't have that level of heat on a ship like consistently. There's no way to keep that stuff hot enough.
Ah.
Let's see if that's in doing the characters inventory.
So, after a little bit, and toilet shrinks down just regular size. There's some cussing, some disgruntled crew members from the damage. And then an alarm bell starts ringing.
What the fuck did you do?
Good thing I'm going to the top deck. Oh, now I remember what it was. Damn,
Where
What?
was the ship?
Later.
Where's the ship heading again?
I thought we were still on the ground.
Oh,
No, you guys had
No?
taken off.
Oh, okay.
So it was a snore. The snore. See anything going on, or does he? Can you like figure out what's going on while he's on while he's on deck?
You can see the person ringing the alarm bell.
Yeah, I'll ask him what's going on.
Okay.
All right, go for it.
Philo
Ask me.
comes up as well.
Damn, Willow's looking pissed as fuck. Instant swap.
Oh, hello, Queen. So those two are going to go check it out. What the rest of you doing when you hear the alarm bells?
I'm coming up to the top deck
Okay.
after just getting back to my
Same.
room. I was like,
I'll head up there too.
Do you have your spoons?
I always have my spoons.
She got them fighting spoons.
Say what, Luke?
That's her secret.
She always spoons. I mean, has
Before
spoons.
heading up, I'm going to basically just tap War on the side and go, what's going on up there?
He's already shrunk back down.
Oh, well, that was
But-
inconvenient, wasn't it?
Yeah, by the time this happens, he's already shrunk back down.
I suppose I'll go up as well then.
Okay. As you guys get up there, there's some yelling, some screaming. The crew is messing with stuff. The one ringing the alarm bell starts screaming that the ship is under attack. It's been targeted.
that's not
Do
good.
we see? What do we see out in the, like?
So
What
do
does
you
Snewer
see
see out in the open? Like, do you see other airships, or are they firing from the ground?
Can somebody, whoever wants to look around, can roll perception? Oh, my death dice are downstairs.
Good.
What?
Huh?
Huh?
10.
I'll roll. Oh shit! Blue did it first.
Well,
No,
you can
anybody
roll
that
your
wants to look can roll perception.
Okay.
own. I'm just blind as fuck.
All right. So we got 3 rolls. Anybody else rolling?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nine.
9. Okay.
At least I'm not the
What
blindest
was
one.
the roll for again?
To see if you can see what they're referring to.
Oh yeah, here I'll roll too. It was for investigation,
Perception.
perception. Sorry, my bad.
See how good your eyeballs work.
Oh, they're
Can't
not
believe
too
my
bad.
death dice are downstairs. Wow, so we went 50-50 here, pretty much.
Yeah.
All right.
Half good, half bad.
So Snore, Silhouette, and Willow are the only 3 that can pick it out. There is a bright blue light that you can see through the clouds, probably about 150 feet away from you.
How high up are we?
Your best guess is probably about 300 feet above where you were on the ground before.
That's it? Damn.
You're 500 feet above where you picked them up, or 300 feet above where you picked them up,
Yeah.
which was
That's what I'm
already
saying.
on the mountain.
We didn't go far.
I didn't say
I
how
would
far
say
away
that-
you were. I just said how high up from where you picked them up was.
Oh,
I would say that this is probably an air raid.
Are you gonna point out the strange blue light?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. What's that? Did I point
Anybody
to
who wants to look closely at it can roll Arcana, see what they can figure out.
I want to
Okay.
try it. I don't think I've ever rolled an Arcana roll. It's a
What's my
+0 straight roll.
Mine's +0 too, so let's try it.
19. He might not be smart, but he gets
I got a-
lucky every once in a while.
I got a
22.
3. Fucking 3. God damn it.
I got a 22.
But yeah, you're supposed to be smart though.
So Loot is the only one that picks up on this. Loot, that's the same blue light from that magic missile thingy that you messed with last time.
Great.
And it's starting to come through the clouds. It's probably about 60 feet from you.
Do we get to jump off an airship again?
You hear Tarek yell out some expletives, and
Go on.
he starts. He pulls out his railgun and tries to aim it towards the mass as best he can. And tries to reproduce what he had done before by strapping around to one of his small magic crystals.
Okay. Can you roll an attack roll for me?
I should also probably bring up our own gun stats. See. 14 plus efficiency. 18.
18.
Mhm.
Damn it, I wish I had my dice now.
Here, I'll roll for you. These white
I got
ones
it.
never do work for me.
I don't care.
Rude.
So... You said use a small crystal, Loot?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Where are my notes and all that crap? There it is. Okay, cool. So, were you standing when you fired this, or
No.
okay? Did
That's
you guys
why
watch?
I went out and tried to prop it as best I can and get something.
Gotcha. Did you guys watch Tark set up, level his weapon? There's a crack that goes off when he fires it. And you see an explosion. It's just off to your right of the blue mass, and you watch the blue mass shift to your left slightly as it comes by and impacts on one of the basically there's 4 crystals that are on the edge of the ship that help it stay aloft in the air. As it hits that and just rips through it and continues to fall.
Are we going down?
Not current. There is some rattling on the ship. It kind of lurches to one side, but it's maintaining altitude as it is.
We need to leave.
Um,
Can I look over the side and see how far above the ground we are?
Yeah, roll a perception check.
I think Snore might go to the captain and tell him like, "Hey, we gotta start taking the ship. We gotta start descending in the ship before we descend. Before we descend a lot faster than we should be."
Ooh, nice, Mark. Um, so you know that where you picked them. Hello, toilet. So you know where you picked them up. Was probably about 640 feet off of like sea level. So about 500 feet off of the ground when you picked them up, because where you guys were, where this thing launched from was about 100 feet above sea level. So you're probably about 850 feet or so from the ground. Is your best guess, knowing the terrain?
Are there any large amounts of rope or lengthy bits of rope or grappling hook around?
I tried that last time. I only got 200 feet.
There is not enough to be found that won't involve damaging the ship to get enough to get to the ground.
Well, I mean, I'd rather damage the ship than damage myself. The ship's going to get damaged either way if it gets hit.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I'm late, by the way.
I'm going to shout around to the others: gather as much rope as you want, as you can. We need to fasten a way down because this ship's going. I'm not getting hit, injured from this.
How many of you have rope in your bags?
I do.
I think I do. It's probably like 20 feet.
Yeah. If you have rope, it's 50-foot length.
Okay.
Oh, I got rope. Okay.
Luke, can you do me a favor?
What's up?
More of that.
Can you roll a history check for me?
Sure.
So how many of us got rope?
I got a natural 20. Plus 5.
You're high enough to see the sun through the clouds, and something dawns on you. It's been a little over 24 hours since that cannon went off.
I rush over to where the captain is and is like, and yell, "Take us down now! We have to get out of direct line of sight." Well, can I figure out where we are in proximate to where we were before?
Let me see what you need to roll for that. But I want to say yes. I just need to figure out what to roll. What were you saying, Mark?
Oh, I was just checking with everyone as to who's got rope and who has. Yeah. See if we actually get.
Am I with them? Am I with everybody? Like, what did I?
Yes. So what happened was you did your grow thing. People got mad after you shrank back down and not too much happened. They went back up. Everybody went up to the deck because there was an alarm bell going. Luke managed to make sure that you guys didn't get hit by a giant magic missile. It only took off one of the levitation crystals. So the ship is going to lurch to one side.
Okay. Then I'll just
Oh,
toss some rope to Mark then.
Loot. So this is where I get to ask you a fun question because I don't remember. Was Tarek making a map from the moment he got here?
I mean, yeah, that's kind of his hobby. Like, he's always loved maps, and he always has his calligraphy supplies with him.
Okay, so I need.
I just don't mention it because the one time that I was doing it, everybody was just, throttling them for it. So
So I'm gonna need you to make. It's gonna be a series of rolls. I need you to roll one. It's gonna be an intelligence check. But you're gonna roll your d20. You're gonna add your proficiency bonus because it's with your cartographer's tools. So it's gonna be, if I look at your sheet, 1d20 plus 8. Start there.
Okay. I got 13, and I want to use Flash of Genius.
Which adds what, 5?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So 18. Your next roll is going to be a wisdom check with the cartographer stuff, so that'll end up being 1d20 plus 4.
19.
19. So the next one is just going to be a straight intelligence check, but you have an advantage on this one.
Okay. $18.
18. Okay. So here's what happens. While you guys are gathering rope, Tarek whips out a map, throws it on the ground, and pulls out tools. And have any of you ever watched somebody like triangulate something on a hard map, like a physical map?
In movies?
In movies counts, right? It's close enough, right? So he's got a pin here, and he's doing this, and he's doing a whole bunch of math, scribbling on his notebook and whatnot. What were you trying to discern, Loot?
Where we are approximately to where I saw it come from the first time. I believe it's not just range, but also if there are any mountains that we could obstruct view behind.
So first off, yes, there are mountains. The mountains that they picked you up on could obscure anything if they get low enough.
Okay.
Second, so if you're assuming north, right? You guys are heading the ship itself is heading southeast, right? So if the map you guys are on, north is actually up. It's actually oriented north, south, east, and west, up, down, left, and right, or right and left. So you guys are headed southeast, towards the big town on the map. Based on your number crunching, you suggest so if north is noon, is 12, right? It is probably, so actually I'm trying to think of a way to tell you this, because like the way you're oriented versus the way that you had the map set up is going to be entirely different. So we're gonna do 0 to 360 basically. So north is 0/360. It is at 110 degrees, about 200 miles out from you, which puts it about 40 miles off of the shore.
Okay.
You would guess that the range of this thing probably is somewhere between 250 and 300 miles. So you're well within range, and you are a slow, easy target.
Okay, so I run over to the captain and
like map and all.
Map and all.
So, carrying this flapping piece of paper and his tools.
Yeah, and I say, we're about to be taken down by what I just fired at that thing, but a bigger version from that direction, and we are well within range. Take us down behind that mountain if you want us all to live, and we need to drop as fast as possible. So if you can cut one or two of these engines, so we can lose altitude as fast as possible.
All right.
And then, does the ship have any kind, like, is its propulsion used by flame at all?
No, it's not. So to put you in
Okay.
perspective, Loot. So on the map, if you zoom out, you'll see me draw where stuff is. So you guys are right about here in that, roughly in that X area.
Okay.
It is effectively, if you look on the edge of the map, there's another X. It is
I'm drinking
straight
water,
out
guys.
offshore that way.
So we can't really get behind the mountains. What I'm
You
hearing.
can. It would just, let me get a different color so I can make sure this works correctly. It would just require you guys to, the quickest route would be this way.
Okay. After I say that, is his first bait close by? We have authority.
So the captain is there. The first mate is on the deck itself, yelling at people.
Okay. Whoever happens to be close by the captain who seems to have authority, I point at him and say, I need you to gather as much flour from the gallery and anything like it as possible and put it towards the rear of the ship. Or
Did you say flour?
Yes, flour. Just trust me.
Oh dear God. Okay, so the captain is there, the helmsman is there, the first mate's on the deck. So you yelled this at the captain, and I'm assuming probably your people as well.
Mm-hmm.
Roll a persuasion check. Let's see how he takes this.
Okay. I rolled. See, that's 18 plus 0.
18's more than enough. It was a DC 14.
Okay.
Okay, so he's confused about, like I was, but he tells them to go do it.
And then do we have like, trying to think of how best we can do this, because I'm going to ask somebody. I don't think catching the flower itself on fire would do exactly what I want. But I want an alternative as well. I want to use the flower as a screen, as a smoke screen.
Are you about to try and use flour like it's fucking chaff and flares?
Yes.
Okay, Luke, remember when we talked about you making this character and you're like, I'm gonna do the science shit? I didn't think we were gonna go full on like smokescreen chaff flare nonsense along with a railgun, man. Holy crap.
I also tell them to gather the gunpowder.
I'm gonna have to rewrite the entire war manual for this world by the time he's done.
Then I run over to our group and I get Rug's attention. And I get Willow's attention. And it's like, Willow, you can still turn into the bird, right?
Willow?
You're muted.
You're muted.
You falling asleep, Tide? You're still muted.
Dear fucking lord. What the fuck do you want from me?
I tell
And
you,
Blue's muted too.
everybody. I tell her everybody's gathering flour, and once they start taking it out of bags, I need you to stand on the deck and flap your wings to get this flour going as much as possible.
Yes,
What wings?
If you turn into a bird.
I can't turn into a burb.
That's true.
Weren't you flying earlier?
No,
True.
I
No,
haven't
that
gotten
was
it's
Drew.
true. I haven't gotten that far
No.
yet.
Okay.
I was like,
Drew.
I mean, I'll flap my arms.
I just pictured Willow standing on the edge. Just
I mean, mean, that's what
Doing
she'll
that,
do.
doing
it right.
She can do it.
I look over at Rug. It's like they're going to be gathering gunpowder, and once a lot of the smoke has dissipated, it's not going. We're going to be tossing the gunpowder as well, but I need your help tossing it. And then the gunpowder's to make actual smoke.
I let a scientist play a science-based character. What the fuck is wrong with me?
And then I go over to Mark or Kark, and I'm like, I know you're trying to get off this ship, but I'm trying to save it. Can you use your breath to help ignite some of this, or your flame tongue to help ignite some of this gunpowder to create smoke?
Let me get this right. You want to light gunpowder on a wooden ship?
No, I want to throw gunpowder off the side of the ship behind us, and I want it to be dispersed enough that once we light it, it's just going to fizzle and cause smoke.
How am I supposed to light it if it's been thrown behind us?
You're dragonborn.
It's got a. You got range.
You're a wizard, Mark.
I get
You're
that,
always-
but isn't that going to be falling at a faster rate than what I can? I've got a 30-feet range.
And gunpowder is very fine, and there's a
I'm about
lot
to
of
say,
You
wind
also
up here.
have
What's that?
wings.
Mark, it's gonna sit like if they cut the top of it and Rug just slings it, it's gonna stay in the air.
Okay, okay, that's fine, but I'm still gathering rope as a plan B.
Fair enough.
All right. Anybody else you need to recruit for this loot?
You still want me to flap my arms?
Yes.
Get a towel and do it?
Yes. A blanket. Just bitches.
Loot, are you having them go towards the green arrow that I drew?
Yes.
Okay.
She has a shawl. She can use that.
All right.
She has spoons.
Okay.
It's fucking spoons. She's gonna be using that.
What if you get
All
like a big spoon and just
So-
flap the spoon?
Which of your group is throwing flour, and who is throwing gunpowder?
I am
Flour's
having
messy. I'm gonna throw the gunpowder.
so I'm having the crew, like, you can't just throw it all at once because then it'll just, like, I'm having them essentially throw it up into the air slowly while it gets blown away to create a continuous kind of thing.
Okay.
We're outside.
Yeah.
Okay, the dwarf raises his hand and goes, I got an idea.
I look over her.
I'm just going to walk up the rug and be like, can I see the stick?
No. My stick.
Let me see the stick. I'll give it back.
Nice.
I have an idea.
My stick.
What's your idea?
Let me see the stick and I'll show you.
No.
I'm not
What's
going to
your
hit
idea?
anybody.
Yeah, I know. That's why I don't want to give you the stick. You're not going to hit
I
anybody.
take the stick, I get real big, bend stick back, you pick up the barrel, and we just launch it.
But we're supposed to put it out slowly.
Yeah, but we could just light it on fire and launch it.
Then
Where?
that would create an explosion and not help what we need to do.
But if we launch an explosion towards them,
We don't know where them is.
fine.
He has a rough idea of where they're at.
Rough idea isn't a good idea.
Well, 200 miles away is not going to be helpful. Or 40 miles, you said. Like, you can't throw it that far.
I was using the stick. I wasn't gonna throw it.
The stick cannot yeet something over 200 miles.
But I thought you said it multiplies our strength by 10.
Yeah.
Correct.
So giant rug or giant.
Doesn't increase his strength when he does that.
Does it not? Really?
Mm-mm.
No, it doesn't.
How are you still gonna be a weak bitch when you're 10 foot tall?
All right, so Luke, the plan is for them to slowly disperse the flour,
Yep.
have somebody throw the gunpowder,
Mm-hmm.
light said gunpowder, all whilst turning towards the green arrow and going behind the mountain.
Correct, but we're not just throwing it like a condensed bag of gunpowder. We're ripping a hole in whatever it is so that it disperses as it goes
Okay.
until it's a fine powder, like the flour, except this time that gets lit on fire.
All right. So who's throwing the gunpowder?
Oh well.
I was asked to, so I suppose I will.
Luke, who are you having throw the gunpowder?
I was going to have Rug do it because
Okay. All right. Rug, I need a D100.
Oh, no strength. 31.
You throw like a girl.
All right, so I just looked
Really
at chat.
strong girl.
Not reevaluate silver choices. Reevaluate the entire way that the warfare in this world works.
Close enough.
What'd you roll?
36.
36. Okay.
if I
31,
don't do that, I'm not doing my job.
All right. So, and Mark is supposed to light this with his fire breath, right?
Yes.
Okay. Mark, I need you to roll a D100. Okay. All right, Luke, you're the last one. I need a D100.
Did we just get the same score?
Oh no, I didn't get to see what you rolled.
You rolled a 31.
Wow, you breathe like a girl.
Like a really strong girl.
Exactly.
You're not going to believe this.
You rolled a 31, didn't you?
31. He brains like a girl.
Was it the 31 or did you roll 100? Because it could be either of those two.
I rolled out of the 100, I rolled a 31.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Rug. Did you just say what I thought you said?
What?
He brains like a girl.
Yeah. I don't know what he's doing. I zoned out for a second.
Well, at least your role playing as a half orc well.
Exactly. There you go. I have a job, damn it. I'm not paying attention to you.
Unfortunately, because it's a 100 dice roll, I can't use Flash of Genius to improve that at all.
Correct. And it was not. This was more to see how effectively you guys did this.
I'm guessing
so,
31%.
So that's the thing. As Kiri said, I didn't tell you if you were aiming high or low. So here's what happens. The crew is not the best at dispersing the flour in the air, so they're like throwing clumps in the air that don't disperse, but they do manage to figure it out after a bit. The gunpowder goes 70% successful, so 30% just it doesn't go how you want it. So Mark goes to breathe fire, right? Well, this is where I get to ask you this question. Have you ever like thrown flour in the air and put a flame near it?
I have. That's why I had planned on doing that separately, not at the same time.
Okay,
Like doing the flower thing and then the
the
gunpowder
crew
thing.
didn't quite understand that completely, so there was flour and gunpowder in the air kind of at the same time. It's not horrible. They didn't roll super bad. But instead of just like smoke-ish, there is a small like as it all goes up. At we lost a mark.
Oh,
Not a mark.
Does Net give up?
he was supposed to breathe on stuff.
He did that.
Oh, okay.
So at the same time, this becomes a fiery smoke screen. You hear the very familiar sound, Loot. Actually, Luke, I can ask you this. You've heard you know what it sounds like when bullets fly past you, don't you?
Rockets.
Rockets?
And
Okay.
well, yeah, and gunfire, yeah.
Okay. It sounds like that. There's the whiz. And a couple seconds later, there's the crack from it breaking the sound barrier. Can you roll an intelligence check? If you want to know how close it was to you, I'll let you roll the intelligence check. It's up to you.
All right.
With that
20
intelligence check,
20
would you be able to know which direction?
23.
23.
I already know what direction. Hey, Mark.
Um,
Welcome back.
you were off just by a little bit about where it was, Loot. Not by much, like the 5 or 6 degree margin of error. It missed the ship by about 3 meters.
Oh, everybody's pants are soiled, but we're alive.
For people who don't do well with conversions,
I don't wear pants.
that is about roughly 10 feet is about how much it missed it by. It does rock the ship, from the amount of air that this thing is pushing out of the way. But it does not hit the ship. There is enough of a push from the amount of air that this thing is moving through that the ship is now off balance and is descending faster than you would like.
But we got at least another 24 hours, though, right?
Before that thing can fire again?
Roxanne.
I can't unsee that now.
I bought
Really?
that and the second one today at Walmart. They were
I can't
$5.
unsee that now. I'm sorry, Tide.
It's not though. It's just because the red hair and the nose.
I mean, you want to see Roxanne? You go check out her TikTok.
I did that one before too. Yeah.
Yeah,
You
you
did
did.
do it.
So, yeah, but by Luke's previous guess, yes, you have about 24 hours before this thing goes off. But you went from a slow descent to a not so slow descent. And the crew was yelling "brace for impact" at this point.
Well, your plan sort of worked. We didn't get hit.
We're all gonna die.
Snewer's gonna brace with his wolf.
Do I have something?
How high up are we?
At this exact moment, about 500 feet and change from when you started going over, and dropping.
I'm just.
You
gonna
were at
yeet.
You were at 800 before.
Yeah, I'm just gonna yeet.
You're just gonna yeet yourself off.
Yep.
But why? If you stay on the ship, we're still just gonna yeet into the ground anyways.
Actually, Dell,
Because
Yeah, but
when in
there's
doubt-
gunpowder on the ship.
Yeah,
No,
but
Yes,
you
we
jump
will.
off before it impacts.
can I tie myself to like a bit of the ship and then get Ulfer to bite the rope so we don't get like sent flying when we crash? Is that a good idea?
You want to tie a rope for him to hold on to.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, yeah. Don't see why not.
I'm kind of trying to figure out a way that we can at least I'd stay together during a crash. We don't get sent flying to, like, different spots.
I'll tell you this, I ain't moving.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
All right. So Toilet is eating himself off.
Yep.
What are the rest of you doing?
I think I'm gonna do what I just said.
Okay.
Round about what angle is the ship falling at? Are we going like Titanic sideways, or
About this way.
so I can still kind of keep my footing?
How
Oh, yeah,
fast
yeah.
are we falling?
In the 30 seconds between when the round went by and when Toilet asked, you dropped from 800 to 500.
So fast.
Fast-ish.
I'm gonna just hold
Fast
one
as
of the
fuck.
What are we over?
mountains or forest. I think.
Can I question for you?
42.
Can I cast Featherfall on large objects?
You can
Think about it.
Oh, she's gonna cast Featherfall on the ship.
You could cast Featherfall on me.
you
You
yeeted.
could have waited. You're already off the ship. Go fall.
No.
You can't.
The spell specifically says choose 5 falling creatures.
What
Can
is
the
was
ship
once
be
a creature?
mimic?
The ship is not a mimic.
That we know of.
How do you know what's a
Speaking of,
mimic?
How do I? I'm the dungeon master. That's how
Wait.
I know.
What if you wait?
We
What if you
have
tie
confirmed
wait? Hold
that
on.
the ship is not a mimic, though.
What if you tie someone to the ship and then cast Featherfall on the person?
Then the ship keeps following, and the rope pulls on the person, and then proceeds to yank the person down because it's heavier than they are, spell or not, or it snaps whatever the rope is attached to off of them.
Okay.
Both
don't
of
do that.
those sound equally as bad.
Like if you tie it to Silua's leg and you Featherfall Silua, Silua no longer has a leg.
Don't do that, Willow.
Hmm.
I'm gonna just grab whoever's closest to me to help stabilize them and be
All
like, it's just gonna happen.
So Toilet, you yeeted yourself off, right?
Again, yes.
Sing. He's singing the Kratos song. Sing with us.
You
sing
take
for
65 damage.
you. Only 65?
So far.
Really? 65 at just 500 feet?
So one, there is a max number of dice that you take damage from when you fall.
Make your dreams
Terminal
come
velocity.
true.
Yes, terminal velocity. 2, you're landing on snow, and it's not packed down snow, so it's all relatively soft. So I took some dice off the max amount.
It's fine either way.
He's not complaining. If he complains, then the ship's gonna fall on him.
He's like, I'm not dead. Okay, so Rug is gonna stabilize himself and some other people. What are the rest of you doing?
Excuse me, I don't have crashing airship music.
Philo's
Do
gonna
we,
wait
though?
till he gets fairly
Only
close to
look.
the ground and jump.
Okay, so if we're gonna talk about like crashing airship music, you don't need music. You need like sirens and panic noises and.
Where's the Titanic fleet?
Panic!
All right, so Silva's gonna wait and jump at the last second.
More or less.
More or less. Okay. All right. Willow, what are you doing?
Well, since I can't cast Featherfall on the ship,
You can cast Featherfall on yourself.
I can
Yeah?
cast Featherfall on myself. I can actually cast it on. How many people are on the ship right now?
How many people are on the ship?
How?
Like 120.
Can I like cast it on 5 of us, and then the other ones just like hug the other ones really tight?
Can I vote no? Like no, because I'm actually tied. I actually got rope on
I'm
me.
tied to the boat.
I actually have rope on me, so I'm good.
Mm-hmm. What do you need a rope for?
All right. So who are you casting Featherfall on?
Who wants me to cast Featherfall on them?
I'm fine.
You're fine.
Yeah.
I am an artificer.
I was gonna say I have the most health
Wait,
out of the.
Luke, what does that mean?
Yeah, what does that even mean?
Are you about
It
to
means-
science your way out of this?
No, it means I'm a
Science rules.
a scientific version of a wizard. I'm squishy.
So does that mean you're gonna not fall to your death? Like, what does that mean?
It means that I would like to be one of those. You cast my Featherfall on.
Okay,
Sure.
in my head, all I heard was him go, "I'm an artificer." Okay, and I have wings that I built. And I'm like, what?
That's what I was waiting for too. Like, check
Click it.
these fuckers out.
Yeah, I planned ahead, and little do you all know, I took my owl and attached it to my back.
Thought your owl wasn't working.
It's not, but I pulled its wings out with my arms, and I'm flapping.
We're not flying, we're falling. Let's stop.
How about like battle combat music? That'll work. Just deal with that. Okay, so.
Yes, Queen, but it's used on Silhouette because he usually gets into trouble. So he was roped up and tossed.
Ideas and jotting down my thoughts. Yeah, but you can also. Okay, so Drew, you can use wild shape and turn into a burb. I cannot do that.
I just picture like Drew is the guy in like the plane that's going down, just like, so today I learned how to stop a giant magic missile. We changed warfare. Oh, we're about to hit the ground.
Oh, we're falling.
Can I just throw them all in my bag of holding and then take them all out when I get there?
You absolutely can.
No, I'm not, because there's no oxygen in there.
Hey, you have a bag of holding?
No.
Yeah, you want to see? You want to jump in?
I was hoping you had forgotten that there was no oxygen
No,
in there.
no, I know. I've done some research on some bag of holding.
Look.
Okay.
Look, if you had killed most of your party by shoving them into a bag of holding, it would have been the
But
greatest
you
thing
can hold
ever.
your breath
Would
and
not
then...
have. It would not.
How long can we hold our breath?
What's your constitution?
That's fair.
I saw it, Mark.
Okay, so Drew can fly. Snow says no because he's got a rope. I don't know what the fuck that's gonna do, but sure, your magic rope.
I'm good.
So that means we got me, Luke. Ward, where are you?
Falling.
Falling. Okay, so I can't
War
help
has
it.
already hit the snow.
Okay, I can't help it.
Order said,